Hello everyone, it's New Hope Club here. We're on the Zach Sang Show talking about our new album, Grasshoppers, and how awkward Dan is at concerts. Enjoy.
Hello, beautiful human. We're about to catch up in New Hope Club. A lot to get to. This interview is being delivered to you by GoPuff. In my life, GoPuff follows me everywhere. It is the most convenient convenience store out there, and it's right in the palm of your hand. It's on your phone, on the web. There's nothing like it. Thousands and thousands of products all in one place, from snacks to booze to electronics to home products. Whatever your heart desires, GoPuff will get it to you. Get it to your home, get it to your studio, or meet you at a street corner somewhere. For me, that street corner was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I desperately needed an energy drink and a toothbrush. Don't ask why. But they came to me. GoPuff always comes. They're the best. If you want to try them out, $10 off your first 2 orders. Just use the code ZAC10 when you're checking out. That is ZAC10 with an H, okay? New Hope Club, they're on now. And GoPuff link in the description below. Enjoy this conversation. It's a good one. They're great. And there's like special guests. You'll find out now. Hello, beautiful human. My name is Zach. That is Dan, and we welcome to the studio once again. New Hope Club.
Yay.
Hey.
Hello.
Energy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like we work in a studio that is a temporary studio. What you're seeing right now, gonna be gone in a matter of months. There was a grasshopper that made its way into the room, and I'm really sorry. You are genuinely scarred. Do you feel like bugs are currently crawling on you?
Yes, I feel like
Creepy crawlies.
But you know, it woke me up. It
Wait.
did wake me up.
It did.
Why doesn't your mic work? Hold on.
Hello, hello.
It's the grasshopper, I'm telling you.
We're gonna keep going because I want all of this failure to be captured in this interview.
And we're back.
Yeah. Yes.
We're back.
The cricket, I violated your pen.
Oh, it's out again. Your microphone's literally out again.
No.
Is it
Yes,
out?
it
Are you
is.
kidding me?
Talk.
Hey.
I'm telling you, I can hear it. Put your headphones on.
Hey, hello,
yeah,
hello, hello.
It
It's
goes.
coming through the
crazy.
compressor.
It goes in and out.
Oh,
Mm.
hello, hello. Hi,
You know what?
That's working now.
hi.
We're having
Don't move.
Should I just
Yeah, you can
Don't move.
hello,
Today's been so bad
hello.
that Reese thought he was in a prank show.
Yeah,
we suck.
the cricket, the different studio. None of the mics are working. Hey, is it working now?
Yeah, I mean,
It seems like it's working. I can hear you.
for now, we're
Yeah.
here and
Okay.
we're present.
If it goes out, we'll tell you.
Perfect.
It's an honor.
Don't move a muscle.
Do not move.
It is genuinely an honor to see each one of you again. Really, thanks for putting up with us.
But is this Zach or is this... I can't figure it out.
No, honestly, since the last time you saw me, I've definitely gotten heavier. So I
No.
maybe.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
None of that.
it's
Better
true.
shut it.
Come on. Pack it in.
But honestly, since we've hung out last, there's been a lot of life lived, a lot of growth that's happened, a lot of music that's been made. Also, like a lot of music that you've been sitting on that could be seeing the light of day fairly soon.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like Mazel Tov. Like, are you going to be a movie star or what the fuck?
Don't know. Maybe.
It was announced,
Yeah,
right?
it was announced, yeah.
Wait, are you saying you don't know because it is what it is once it's out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know how it's going to be received.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, it was like the perfect opportunity at the right time. And like, it's obviously a dream and everything. But like, movie star, I don't know, we'll see. See what comes after it, you know? It's just one by one.
Day
You know,
by
if
day.
that is if this is the only thing I ever do, like movie-wise, I'd be super happy.
Yo, that just gave me goosebumps. Because the truth is, like, yeah, it's a big deal. It
It's
is
cool,
the
yeah.
biggest of deals.
Very
Genuinely.
cool. Thank you, man.
Do you feel, and we have so much to talk about, but I'm getting the hard stuff out of the way because I'm genuinely interested.
Yes.
When you find out that you're actually going to get that role,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel excited, relieved, or incredibly stressed?
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single emotion, I think because, you know, like, it's never like been something I was like, I want to do right now or anything like that. Like, the band is number one, and like, it always will be like number one. And it was like, just, it came around, this opportunity, and we're, as you know, like, Beatles obsessed, always have been. And I don't know. It's like it's a dream come true, but it's also like the pressure that's
Yeah.
gonna come to like everyone knows how he speaks, everyone knows how he walks, everyone knows how he plays left-handed guitar. I play right-handed guitar. All these things added together, a lot of pressure. But I mean, I'm just super grateful, man. It's super cool.
Did you think you were gonna get it?
I believed I'd get it because I believed I was the best person for the job. I just wanted to put that mindset out there, like manifest it.
Yeah.
Big manifest boys we are.
It works.
And it
does work.
I do believe in it. Yeah, I was super relieved when I got it. Don't get me wrong, because I'd auditioned for it. We got like the email through in like the June, and like didn't hear anything. They were like, "We've got the tape, but you're not gonna hear for like a month." So that whole month we were just like, "Well, who knows, you know?" And then I literally had like one call with the director. He asked me to do a few more scenes, which George actually played John for me. And then
or tried to anyway.
So George is the reason
You
why
right?
I got it.
I don't think that's
delivery
true.
of the other lines.
The Lennon lines.
And
Silly.
then after I did those, and it was like, okay, you've got it. So very cool, but it's still very surreal.
And you haven't been on set yet. You've only been in character once, right?
Correct, yeah. Like we did all the rehearsals. Like we've done like all the music stuff, which is like the easy part for me. For everyone else, that's like the harder part. But like I've not been on set to like do lines and stuff like that. That is gonna be so scary. Yeah,
I
we'll
feel.
see, man.
I think
It's
you're
cool.
you're gonna rise to this occasion.
Yeah.
And you couldn't be around more supportive people. These
Exactly,
two, Bailey. I mean, holy shit. Who's a better coach than Bailey?
I know. I was
Really?
like, she should just come out to Liverpool for the whole time if she can.
I'm-
Just be like my coach.
She genuinely gets it.
Yeah.
I
She was so helpful for it, not gonna lie. Because I mean, who else was I gonna turn to?
George.
Yeah.
Help me. You've got this.
Yeah,
Got
Blake.
this, mate.
Same again. Same again.
Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't. It's absolutely incredible. It's
Thank
really
you, man.
fucking cool.
Thank
And that success and all the success that will come from that, all well deserved. And you all are so connected, and you are really truly loyal to one another. I mean, do you think that that's the core of why you guys continue? Because you've been a band for quite some time, and we've talked numerous times over the years. I think like we're at least this may be the third.
Something like that.
Third
I
time.
think
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. So it's like you guys have been doing this a while. You've seen other bands come and go that were there before you. Bands that have even, just being honest, have reached more success than you in that time period, but have chose to bow out and like tap out. What is it? What keeps you all together? What fuels that loyalty?
I think we started in the right place. We didn't start with like, like we had to be here by a certain point, and we just like, we have humble beginnings. We're just mates who enjoy making music genuinely, like, and we don't really, put any pressure on ourselves, and we just enjoy making music, and like we are genuinely best friends, which is like I don't think very common, especially now. It's like, a lot of people are just put together and say like, go do this, but we've been making music together since we were 14, 15. We've literally grown up with each other, so I think that helps a lot.
We used to do everything together. We used to share like one room in hotels, like 3 beds, and so yeah, we've literally known each other so well since we were like 16.
Too well.
Too well.
To be
You
fair.
know me too well.
Yeah.
So is there an obligation to keep this going?
No.
No, we had
Definitely
like
not.
a whole like moment like when lockdown hit. I think like where we obviously love the band and what it stands for, and like us as friends and everything like that. But when lockdown hit, I think it was like the first time we'd ever really reflected like anyone had. Like it was like a real moment for reflection of who we are as humans, never mind work side of anything, like what our priorities are now, like where we want to go. And I think it was a scary time, don't get me wrong, because we toured from 15 years old for 5 years, and like suddenly that stopped. And even though I think, you know, during that whole journey at the start, when it came down to the music, we were so new to it all that we were just taking everything we could from everyone we met. And like, that's so good at the start, but like trying to define like what this band is, what the sound of this band is, it's difficult because you've got a million different people going, oh, you should try this, you should try this, you should do this, which is great. And it, you know, it's given us the 10,000 hour whole thing. Like, we've worked so hard. But I think at the end of the day, when we grew up and when we wanted to be in a band, we wanted to be musicians, and we wanted to write our music, and we wanted to be the voice of our band and have our own message. And I think we got to a point when lockdown hit that like, we want to make sure that if we keep going down this road, that at least the music is like us. And that's a tough question, like tough like thing to ask to a major record label and management and everything, and say, look, we want to do this, like we want to write this whole record
without outside help.
Without outside help, we want to do this. And obviously that's, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot to like say to someone, because you know, we've always had co-writers on stuff. Like we've always written as a three, but most of the stuff that came out was co-written.
So how do you make a case to the label? Like, so who is it? You're making a case like Ken or whatever over there at Hollywood?
I think the first thing was just like getting evidence that we can start doing this. So we just like got into the studio. Like, we literally had like a home setup, and we'd travel around different like Airbnbs in the UK once you were allowed, because, you know, we were only allowed in like a 6-person bubble or something for a long time. So we just experiment and
we would
just
like,
play around.
We would just like give us some time, because we'd never had that time to stop really. And we were like, we didn't even send music. Like, usually when we write a song and do a session, we send it straight out. But we were just keeping everything to ourselves, just like making sure we had a good package to just say, look, like, we've written with so many writers all over the world. We've been doing it so long that we do have confidence in ourselves to write this project now. And so we just wanted to make sure we had everything ready to go to show them, which I think we did.
It's almost to like show everyone like the direction, because if you send one song, it can be kind of confusing. There's no like overriding like theme or anything. But we had about 10 songs, sent them all through, and then everyone had like different favorites and everything. So that was like, for us, was so like rewarding, that, you know, songs that you've written that people are going, no, that should be the first song, that should be it.
10 songs, 100% written by just the three of you.
We had like 10 that were like just us, and then while we were doing that, we were still like saying, of course we're not going to like say that we know everything now just because we've done all these sessions. We're like, we want to learn more and more. But there was no you know, like a lot of projects, they'll have like maybe 3 or 4 writers that will come in onto a project.
Like top 10 song,
and
it'll
it's
have
just
8 writers.
You know, whereas we were always in with loads of different people that didn't understand us. Whereas like, we were like, okay, we've got these 10 songs, which probably explains like the direction of where we want to go.
So easier to bring in collaborators even after having the 10 that you written.
100%. So then we brought in Ross Golan.
Yeah.
Casually.
Just casually.
Give him a quick call.
Oh, Ross, are you
Ross.
free this weekend?
He's hosting his podcast. He's not. And the writer is?
And the writer is.
These three. And you.
And you.
But he then came onto the project and I think changed, like, not like the direction in terms of like what we wanted to be as a band, but he definitely like opened our eyes, because we were spending every single day on Zoom with Ross, and we would wake up, we'd produce around a bit, have a session with Ross that night, because I mean we were in England, he was in the US, so it was daytime for him, nighttime for us. We'd have a session, go to sleep, wake up, produce the song we'd done that night, and then do the same thing again, write another song and produce. And it was just like ongoing circle for like How long did we do that for?
A couple months.
Couple
maybe.
months, yeah.
Wait, so how many songs did you get with Ross, and how many songs are just the three of you?
On the album,
Yeah.
there's probably what,
5,
5 maybe?
5, 6.
Yeah.
What are you? Dan's shaking his head.
He's like, no.
I just don't know if Reese's mic's on. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, his
Hello?
mic is a total shit, but the two of you sound amazing. But if this is a prank show against Reese, I'm just leaning into it. You've been punked. I'll have a stranger jump out and say, "Ah."
You got me.
He got you.
In a giant grasshopper costume.
Something's being picked up. It's just low, so don't.
Yeah,
just ignore.
you're definitely being heard.
Our computer just turned off, so
Okay.
keep going. I'm gonna fix
Just
some of this
scream.
No, hold on.
stuff. And we're back again.
Ooh. Okay, so how many songs on this album are just you, and how many songs did you do? It was Ross the only collaborator?
Mm-mm.
No, there was a couple more.
We had this this
Jackson.
amazing guy called Phil Simmons, who has like this like he has like it's called the Carpet Room in London, and it's like this. It's probably about the size of this room, to be fair. This little studio. It's got like a drum kit in the corner. It's got everything we'd need because it's all live sounding. Everything's live, sorry. And he was like one of the first writers we'd worked with, other than Ross, that was really like, just have fun, just write. Like that's what we were channeling, just the three of us. And it was like so nice to meet someone that was like, yeah, just explore. Like, you know, there's no limits right now. Like you're not trying to like write a record for someone else. You're writing a record for you. So like, there's no limits, just be you. And like I think that again, I think it was like a lot of things building on top of each other, which has made this project so personal and special to us, just because, you know, we look at the first album, and this isn't us like just like shitting on the last album and the last 5 years of the band, because we love that time and we're so proud of how far it's got us, you know. But if you listen to that record, like it's all over the place in terms of sound and, you know, direction. And I think, you know, all the bands we've grown up listening to, they had a sound, they had a direction, they had a journey that they wanted, and a message that they wanted to put out there. And, you know, I think we've actually got there, and I'm so excited now for the next like 10 records.
You found the message.
Yeah.
But you only find the message when you strip it back and just choose to work the three of you.
Exactly.
Definitely. I think, yeah, a lot of just like experimentation for us was like the main thing, because like we said earlier, we had so much time on our hands. Like, why not just push ourselves, push things, kind of even like revisit stuff that we'd worked on before, like that we always knew that had something in it. Why not go back to it and like kind of reimagine it, because we always loved the song. So we did have time to kind of sit on things and redo stuff, definitely, which is amazing. So I mean, we're just kind of like really happy with where we are, and we've got like a whole new process of making the music now. Like, if we're not having fun with it, we'll go on to something else, and we'll make sure that we're having like the most amount of fun in the room at the time.
So
Because I think you can hear that in the music, definitely.
when you're making, are you going to Ross with songs that you've already written? Or are you doing sessions with him that are separate from what you guys are doing, just the three of you?
Bits of
Yeah.
both, really. Quite a lot of just like us going in with a song and being like, what do you think of
Yeah.
this, you know, sort of thing, and
Beef
be
it
like,
up.
Yeah.
Give me
yeah,
ideas.
like, do you think this transition into the chorus works? Like, simple as. And he'll be like, maybe go ba 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 instead of ba ba ba, and we'll go, okay, and you'll go, wow, the difference, man.
Yeah.
The difference is so much better. And he just like, yeah, that's really,
He's taught-
that's mathematically and everything is just so incredible.
Mhm.
But for sure, we did some sessions over here in LA where we just go in with nothing and just jam and see what happens.
What's the message of this of New Hope Club today?
There's a lot of positivity in it. Like, we kind of want people to listen to our music and kind of almost like we're like sort of like the light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing. You know, they hear the message that we're trying to put out and just kind of give people like a little bit of like release, you know. So if you come to one of our shows, that everyone kind of sings in unison, the same sort of thing, you know.
I think the band message has always been the same from us. I think from this project, it's like because of the time that we wrote it in, and it's very unique. Obviously, I mean, everyone was writing during lockdown, but for us, it was like there was, we'd turn on the news every day in England, and it'd be like so like it felt like I don't know. It was
depressing.
so weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was depressing. There was no good in the world like for the first time, and it was just so weird.
So instead of channeling the bad that's coming through, you choose to channel the opposite?
I think,
Mhm.
well, yeah, because there's already so much sadness and
Ugh.
depression. It's like, who are we to just like add some more? I think like we have fans that are really loyal to us and listen to our music every day, and like, if they can listen to that music and feel a little positivity and light and happiness, like that's so much better than us writing sad songs, which we could have done, because it was like, that's the way everyone was feeling.
When does the process for this album begin and when does it end? Like, when do you finish it?
It's finished.
Well, when was it actually finished?
Oh, it
The writing process finished probably like
At the end of lockdown.
yeah,
Later
it's
on.
like, I'd say kind of like March, April this year. The writing process was probably
Okay.
finished.
yeah.
So just a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it starts in 2020?
It starts as soon as lockdown
Yeah.
hits, really. Yeah.
So it takes 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
I wish it took 2 hours.
It took 2 hours. It's mental. Man.
That'd be an incredible
Actually,
outcome.
imagine pressuring yourself to make an album in 2 hours.
Jeez.
You may get something. So that's a long process.
Yeah, because it's not just like writing an album though. It was like finding out who we were.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
It's such a long time.
that's life and growth and self-discovery attached to everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are we different sonically today than we were before? Like lyrics
Yeah.
aside,
Yeah. Massively.
100%.
Massively.
but all still live.
It's all live. Yeah. Did you say is it all live?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mostly every instrument. Everything is.
I think
Played everything
Everything
pretty
is
much,
live.
yeah. Which is so fun to say.
That's, I mean, you know how rare that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did a lot of like.
Sick.
We were like, when we had like a studio which was just an interface and a mic, we were producing, going still not quite there, and then we finally got to LA like once lockdown had finished, went into the studio literally down the road, put all live drums on it, and it all just like came alive, and
So-
it was like, we're there, we've done it.
Can you
We've
explain
done
to
it.
me that process? Like, you're doing it in the UK and you're getting a song going, but are you playing instruments simultaneously, even in the Airbnbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're jamming.
We like
Jam,
set up,
yeah.
like recording booths on the go. Like we were in Blake's house, and we like flipped a couch to create like a
You made a fort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally.
blanket
We
We
on the
put
other side,
blankets,
and
yeah.
that like give us a really good sound to do.
They
That's
did.
good. Yeah.
So are you starting with a story and lyrics first, or are you starting with like just jamming and then matching the jam?
It's different every time. There's no like set method really.
Yeah.
You just like, if you've got something, you might have a chord or anything that just sparks like a little. Sometimes like, yeah, you just get a lyric and it would be like, and then you know what chords have to go with that because it's the feeling of the song.
Mm.
Like, you can change the feeling of the song with the lyric or the chords. So usually they go together.
When you're like beefing up a record, do you know do you know how you want the drums to sound in the UK before you get to America and actually put live
Yeah.
drums on it?
100%. Yeah.
So is there like a scratch of somebody playing those drums that's used as a reference? That's what I'm just interested.
Yeah. No, just like usually it's just samples. you know.
Oh, understood. So you're using wow, got
That's
it. So
what
you're
most drums are.
Yeah, of
in
course.
songs.
but so you're using most instrument samples over there, and then you're matching it.
Or like
Or
getting,
just
we're
completely-
usually
Yeah,
just getting as
changing it.
close as we think at the time, and then
Understood.
we'll
Yeah.
go in and then be like, actually, like,
This is what I should.
A lot of
This
the
is
time we
better.
get into the studio in LA and just be like, let's just go
Re-
again.
I mean, we
Yeah.
literally did that. We had like a song called "Girl Who Does Both" who came out like 3 months ago, maybe, and like initially that song, when we did it in England, it sounded like the Strokes. It was like very like heavy guitars, like really
Electric.
quick, like it was energetic. And we went in and we were like, the thing is, the song itself is on a guitar. It's so beautiful. The lyrics are so nice. And we always loved it on a guitar, but we didn't really like the demo. So we got into the studio in LA and just went delete and just redid the whole session in one day. And like that whole session was then mixed and used just on that one day.
When you're, I mean, and you get a whole different song.
Mm-hmm. It sounds completely different.
So different.
Completely different.
Pretty fucking cool.
It was great.
So that's
That's like the most, yeah.
That's the most fun process of anything.
Yeah.
Like completely changing a song that you'd kind of lost hope in, and then you just have a new song. It's like writing it all over again because it just sounds completely different. Like it went from a Stroke song to Simon and Garfunkel.
It's so funny listening back to stuff like that now, though, and like how have we gone from there to there? But it fully did fit that song so well.
So I find this so cool. Like any actual genuine band that is crafting something from nothing, that understands that like live instruments, like dude, that shit packs such a punch. You can tell the difference from a mile away, and that's the greatest skill, in my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. What are you thinking?
A lot. Trying to making sure this runs.
It is running.
Half. A little bit.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Why are you guys releasing 2 songs at a time?
Good question. Because the label. No, I'm joking.
Well, we have like a lot of like vintage and retro influences, and the way they used to release stuff back in the olden days was like on vinyl, so they did the A-side, B-side sort of thing. And also we'd just written so many songs. Like this album has got so many songs. It's got like 20 odd songs on it, so we kind of want to release just
A 20-song album?
pretty much.
Big guy.
So it's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had so much time to really kind of delve into it, so
20 songs.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you just want to get them all out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would love to.
They're just burning a hole in
Yeah.
your hard drive?
Mm-hmm. my laptop is full. Like, I really need to get a lacy or something.
So the first 2 were Getting Better and Girl Does Both, right?
Yeah.
Why those 2, and why are they packaged together? Do they go together, or is it just like, hey, let's pick these ones?
Yeah, is there strategy?
No, definitely not. We spent quite a long time figuring out the running order of the songs and how we'd release it. Getting Better for us was kind of the turning point of the whole album. We wrote that song, the 3 of us, and it was just, yeah, from then on I think the message really just captured the whole project and how we were feeling, how we explained we wanted positivity, and for us life was getting better and the music was getting better and we were feeling more freedom in our creativity, and just like as artists we were feeling just, yeah, everything was getting better, and I think that explained it pretty well, and that was for us had to be number 1 on that album no matter what.
Did you have to cut any songs to get to the 20?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
How many?
loads.
100.
So
We
many
had a
songs.
pool. We had a
put-
pool of songs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a hell of amount of songs.
2 years is a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And we
Especially
were
when you're
writing
like
most
2
days.
songs some days.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a date for this album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
But
like it
no.
hasn't been announced.
Yeah.
In our heads.
No,
Well,
I'm sure we could announce it. I don't really care, to be honest.
yeah, for us like we used to be so protective over like
When
songs
something
and,
comes out.
Yeah.
like not like letting anyone hear it but now it's like who cares, like
Yeah.
Let's put it out.
Yeah.
But there is strategy
we'll get an
behind
angry
it.
email.
Sure, there's strategy.
Anyway.
There's
Get
so
an
much
angry
strategy
email.
these days. There's so much TikTok, so much strategy. You've got to do it this way. You've got to do it this way.
We don't really care.
It's
It's
so it's so draining on that side of it, you know.
Yeah, because it cheapens.
Everything we've done.
Yeah, yeah, it devalues it, but also in a weird way adds value too.
For sure.
It's like this weird fucked world
Yeah.
we live
It's
in.
annoyingly as important as what you're doing in the studio.
Yeah,
But for us, it's like we've done the hard bit.
yeah.
We've done that. Like we needed to have that 2 years so bad, and like it came for us at the right time, which is weird to say because obviously so much negativity in the pandemic. But for us, it was a weird kind of positive time. And
That's
we look
a-
back on it really fondly.
That's a beautiful way to make a shitty situation into something great,
Yeah.
and to also get a body of work off of it that's 20 songs deep. Do you have a favorite song from this body of work? One that you're the most attached to?
Yeah. I mean,
It changes every day for me.
It's always
But-
changing.
There's like some album tracks that just like they're so
There's a song that
of
we
it
were
for me.
playing live on the tour that we just did, called "I Like Your Face," and that song I think just kind of sums us up, like on like a weird night out, but just like our energy and like it's got the whole song sounds like fun, and you can hear the laughs in the background of takes where I've like these two are doing gangs and they've just fallen to laughs and I've had to stop the recording, but just kept it in, you know. It's just like captures I think us as humans, even though the song's a little like, you know, I Like Your Face, it's about a girl and whatnot, but like the vibe and the energy and the sound, there's just something about that which I think that sound will carry on and develop into the next album sort of thing, you know. There's quite a lot of songs on here which I think to like the fans will be like, oh, that's completely new and that's all whatever, but we're trying to open ourselves up to like have a million different roads we can go down with this next album, if you know what I mean.
100%. Yeah, you're trying to lay a sonic foundation to try something new, test shit out, see what works.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, are you working on the next album already?
Yeah. We've got
Damn.
like, I'd say we've got like 3 or 4 that I think were like, these could work for the next one. Yeah.
Wow.
But then there's also that part of you that's going, do we get them on this one? Or do we like test it a little?
pushing forward.
But no, we shouldn't.
Well, I mean, when you have so much music,
Mm-hmm.
it is like things do need their own time to shine. But like, I don't know. You can keep following up with stuff until it hits.
Yeah, but it's also one of those things, like you said, like we work so hard on this record that we want to give it its, you know, chance to breathe and do its thing. So, yeah, it's important for us to let people hear it how we want it to be heard and how we made it. So, yeah, it's just a very exciting time to like kind of lay it all out on the table finally.
You got 20 songs on this album. If one of them doesn't hit on TikTok, I'll light myself on fire on your behalf.
Yeah, no one knows, do they? I don't.
I mean, we're shooting 20 times. We're taking
Yeah,
20
like,
shots.
Come
our
on.
song
It takes
from-
15 seconds, you know.
Really?
Like,
I released a song
Jesus.
4 years ago that just like 2 years deep randomly
Hit.
Blew
blew
up
up on
on
TikTok, and we were like, how did that happen? We can't even analyze how it happened. It's impossible. It's
no one
pointless.
knows.
We just gotta keep doing what we do.
I'll get Dan on it. He'll come up with a dance.
Me?
Whole
Yeah.
PowerPoint
Hell no.
for us.
Dude. And I think like it needs to start organic. Dan's on the streets, you know. Like he's tapped into culture. He's tapped into what the kids are doing.
Definitely.
Not truly, like, you know, you're cool. Like, he's cool. Somebody told me over the weekend
Dan's
though.
cool.
Somebody stopped me and said like Dan was incredibly popular at a concert last weekend, and people kept coming up to him to talk to him,
Wow.
and like
That's me,
nonstop,
Mr. Cool.
just a flood.
Just me.
You got any
Cool.
tips, man?
I don't know, man.
No.
None.
He's not giving them out.
Mm.
The point I'm trying to make here is like he's on the way to becoming a TikTok influencer. So,
I don't even have TikTok.
well, you have ours. So he's gonna listen to all 20 songs. He'll come up with the best choreography to
There
something.
we go.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Dan.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
man.
I
Of
guess
course,
that's
guys.
a promise.
Well, I mean, yeah. But this is called. So now you can analyze the start. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll have a reason.
See what you're doing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank
Hey,
you.
let me ask you a question. You guys called "Call Me a Quitter" your most personal song.
Mhm.
Why is that?
Because it's about our relationships.
That's why the girlfriends were in the video, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mm,
and it's
me
probably
connecting the
something that
dots.
we've never like spoken about in a song before. We like slap bang in the middle of the pandemic, we were in a cab in London, and we were just in the back of the cab and we were talking about our relationships, which we don't like regularly do. We don't usually have deep chats, but that was one point where we were all feeling the weight of it all, and we just admitted that we were all struggling, and I think everyone was in the same boat, and it just like really helped us just to carry that load. And we got in the next day into the studio and wrote that song, and just laid it all out. And
it kind of just fell out of us, that song.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, we'd never been through, like, we obviously were so used to long distance with every member of our family and friends and everything, and I think when the pandemic hit, it was a different type of long distance, because you weren't occupied by, of course we had the record that we were trying to do, but we were still just in like a little bubble, and like you weren't occupied by fans and touring and all that other stuff.
We couldn't
that
even
were so
see
used
each
to
other
doing.
for ages, to be fair. We literally didn't see each other for like the first 6 months, so we were
Yeah.
like talking to each other on Zooms all the time and doing it all that way. So
Yeah, and I think, like, you know, obviously our girls live in the US, so like we weren't able to come this way. They
Mhm.
were only able to come back. So it was like a lot of things that were just like adding up to like this pressure that we were feeling, and like you then start like self-doubting yourself. Like you're like, am I, you know, giving enough here? Like, is it my fault that we're feeling like this? And you know, I don't think any of us got to the point where it was like,
We
this
just
is going
lost
to end. But I think the
motivation.
motivation
Mhm.
and, you know, you just like sort of like a check yourself moment. And that the song kind of just explains that, you know, and like that realization that, you know, I need to step up here, you know, it's two of us in this, and, you know, this is what we're dealing with right now, and let's deal with this the best we can.
yeah.
You come to terms though throughout that process with potentially calling it quits.
Oh,
Yeah,
so many times,
yeah.
all the time. I think we all do with everything.
Yeah, I think the thought also, it always crosses your mind, but it's like the realization in ourselves that there is something there, and that it really is worth it, because you've been together for a couple of years at that point, and it's like, you know, you truly do love that person, so you want to, you know, go through the hard times to get back to where you were kind of before, you know?
yeah,
So I
because
think everyone relates to that.
The good shit
Sort of.
gets so much sweeter after you
Yeah.
go through the bad stuff. You know?
Mhm.
Who needed to step it up the most? Like, who was the worst boyfriend?
Jesus Christ, that's a heavy
I think we're all pretty good.
I'm really bad at like communicating on a phone. Like,
Yeah, I'm quite bad at that.
whenever we like leave my
So all the time.
Which is,
yeah, I'm like so bad at calling my family and stuff. These guys are pros, but I'm like
I think you're giving me a bit more credit than you think. Than you
Well,
need to.
George is a pro.
George is the pro.
Coles.
I did call my mum on the way here, which is
Yeah.
kind of funny.
I'll take second, but
But yeah, I struggle just on the phone. It's hard. I'm very in
is-
person.
Yeah.
Hey, you want
Yeah.
to be there. You want to feel it, and there is
Exactly.
something to out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Which
You really
is
think
so
about
bad
it.
because
Mhm.
it's family and it should always be in your mind. But yeah, it's tough.
It is. This is dark. This is dark.
Well, we got a good answer. Reese is the worst.
Yeah, you know, but it is hard.
There's your headline.
Communication is hard. I have to your point, like I'm bad at the phone as well. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
so bad that like it's like it's
But yeah,
cap.
you don't want to be good at that.
Yeah, but like I mean, there is something to like phone communication, especially if people are like hitting you up consistently and like
Yeah.
riding you. Like there is something there.
Yeah. I'm just always of the notion that they have to call me, and that's not good.
Dude, I'm the same.
Mhm.
If you're not calling me, I will not reach out to anybody.
Which is not good, because if everyone thinks that way, then it's
Mhm.
like
No one gets a
nobody
call.
calls.
Nobody's ever gonna get in touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate texting, if I'm being honest.
Mm.
I hate the idea of it. The whole thing is mental to me. Like how long it takes to get through a conversation on text,
Mhm.
then how quick it would be if I just went, "You're right, mate. Yeah, what is it? What time? Where? One?
Yeah.
Cool, sweet. See you there. Done. See you later." I don't need the. And then you also think like, am I coming across right? Because I actually do want to go, but it sounds like I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you second guess, you
It's
proofread.
horrible. I hate it.
I voice
I
memo
hate it.
sometimes.
Yeah, voice memo. I use the Siri.
Everyone does.
Oh,
You know, when you're like, hey,
Voice memo.
text.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
but you always
don't
get
do
that
that.
awkward moment where like you record it and you go, you've read it out and you've recorded it and then you accidentally end it and then you have to do the fake laugh
I
again at the
forget.
start. You know, you've all
have to
done
cancel
that. You've all done that.
yeah, it's fucked up. Honestly, like FaceTime me. That's the
Mhm.
communication
Yeah.
I'm down
I'm
for.
about it.
Give me a
Yeah.
phone call. I can't. My thumbs have better things to do.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
say to people. Like God, I need my hands are my thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't get much of a hand without a thumb.
No.
So like, why am I gonna waste it texting?
Agreed.
Call me.
There you go, guys.
There we go.
Inspired.
Wait, so we really don't have a date for this album, but we're releasing 2 songs at a time?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Cool. Until we get to 20? Like, do we have a goal here?
No.
About 2026, you should have all the songs out. And then by that point, yeah. No, we've got like, the next one comes out in like 6 days.
6 days, yeah.
Yeah, L.U.S.H and Walk It Out, right?
L.U.S.H and Walk
Is
It Out.
anyone listening to albums anyway? It's like everyone's listening to the 10 seconds of a song,
Yeah.
and then they're like, I like that.
I mean, we had like a
Playlist.
real like wake up for that like 10-second thing, because we played that. This is no like diss to Lizzo or anything like that, but we played the It's About Damn Time on tour.
Huge on TikTok.
It's obviously massive that
In a minute,
part, but we played like we played the song and we just were getting nothing until that part. Which
is after the first chorus. You've already
got to the chorus.
So in. You're already so in, and then suddenly everyone loves it, and then it kind of just
And then
and
it comes
it's
up.
kind of like,
There's the TikTok crowd.
That's
Then it ends.
interesting.
I found it so sad, if I'm being honest.
Well, because that's a real world, tangible test of like how.
It translates from
Yes.
The weird
TikTok
thing is
to.
now is that people are like writing songs that 10 seconds of a song is just so random.
Yeah.
Like it'll
Mhm.
go into like a bridge that is like so different from the rest of the song, but they've gone, we need a TikTok moment.
Do you
Yeah.
apply any of that to like? Do you think about TikTok as you're crafting this?
No.
I mean, kind of not
No,
because
hell,
it's
absolutely not. No.
started.
Then
No.
it turns
Couldn't.
into like
Could
something
not.
like commercial and weird. Like music is not that. That's
Yeah.
different. It's like sure, if you have a song that does so well on TikTok, then that's perfect. Like, and I'm sure so many people have gone viral on TikTok with a moment that wasn't written for TikTok,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mhm.
But we're just saying that there are a lot of songs that have 10 seconds of a song that are just
Yeah.
so random because they're looking for that TikTok moment. But like, you can't write songs like that. That's like so.
I think it takes away from what like the whole part of the whole thing about making music is. Like, whatever genre you do, whatever, you know, kind of music you're into, like, it's got to feel fresh, and it's got to feel like it was created for the sake of you loved music, like, and you wanted to connect, not
just trying to go.
not just
viral.
trying to like, oh, I want to be a singer now, so I'm going to try and find this kind of song. Like, sure, you can do that, but like for us, that's not
That's
what
not
it's
what
about.
We fell
You
in
know,
love with. Like-
But the organic nature of your records, when you put them out there, to your point, like there's a lot of like you can't write a lot of TikTok stories, and then some people try to write and they fail, and then some they write and they actually succeed.
Mhm.
But like genuine, honest, real fucking art that always not only stands the test of time, but like always finds ears, you know?
Yeah.
And will always like to the point of like you were going viral a couple years after you released a song. Like that's
You just don't know.
you don't know.
yeah.
And nobody knows.
It's just a
Like,
guessing.
And that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. It's like we hope that this new music connects, and we hope it does, like, connect to the masses and
Mhm.
connects to all different kinds of age groups and blah blah blah. But if it doesn't, at the end of the day, we're super proud of what we've created and done, and hopefully, like you said, like over a period of time, this music, if this music this year doesn't do it like as well as we'd love it to do, and the next record maybe does, those people that now love this new record that comes out next year, they'll listen to that first one,
Totally.
and they'll hear
Mhm.
it for what we wrote it for, you know.
You're crafting a quality catalog that when the world taps in, they will be fed properly.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, like, I know we've known each other a while. It's like it's like just the beginning. Like you guys are just starting. And that's like equal parts like scary, exciting, maybe a little frustrated, but like it is really genuinely just the beginning. There's a lot of people who haven't tapped into New Hope Club yet that are going to. Through this new album, through getting out on the road, maybe through TikTok, maybe from becoming a movie star. You never know. It's fucking exciting. And it really is just the beginning. It's cool.
Thanks.
Are you excited?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
hell excited.
You scared?
A little, definitely. I mean,
I'm not really scared, no,
I'm
to
just
be honest.
scared because, I mean, we put so much hard
the
work on it.
grasshopper.
To the grasshopper that's still here somewhere.
Are you gonna method act this movie? Are you gonna like be in character?
He's
Well,
for
been
months.
doing that for years.
We to be fair, when I was doing like all the rehearsals, like you were all saying like you're speaking weird
Speaking
all
funny.
the time, like speaking funny.
Why are you playing the bass left-handed, man? You don't do that.
No, not really. I mean, technically, in some ways, like sort of method acting right now. You know, we're in an interview, practice.
You're in a
You
band.
sat in an interview once before, maybe right now. We don't know.
Could be.
But
Was it
no,
hard?
I'm not like method acting. Like, no,
You don't want people to like refer to you.
as
But-
Paul.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Maybe you
not.
Maybe
got
do
A
it.
week before you film. Like you should
Yeah.
just walk around as Paul.
You do some Daniel Day-Lewis shit. He was Abraham Lincoln for like 7 years, and people like called him Mr. President for like years.
That's good.
That must feel good.
I bet once you walked in,
That
your
seems
first
like-
time,
then when you take-
Your team, Mr. President.
When you take the top hat off, it just all goes away.
Yeah, I mean, I bet it was incredible.
Was it hard to learn how to play it left-handed?
Yeah, it was.
Like you
I
have
mean,
to,
like,
it's
because
a
your knowledge
muscle.
is obviously all there, but it's.
God,
I keep
frustrating.
saying it's like doing that, you know, but then doing it this way, and I couldn't even do it just then. I was like, yeah, it was hard. It's really hard, but luckily the bass is obviously 4 strings, and he uses the really light, small Hofner, which just feels a bit more. It's slightly easier than like a big guy. Yeah, it was alright.
Don't say that to him.
New Hope Club album is coming, but there's a lot of songs out. We're getting them in twos.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting them in pairs.
2s.
No strategy behind the pairing that come. Like, is it in order or anything?
No, there
Literally
is-
nothing.
There
There
is
is.
a bit. Yeah, there is a bit.
there is.
I think like the first 2 was like the biggest like range of like sonics wise, like
To give people an understanding of
giving
what
an
could come.
idea of what's
Exactly.
coming.
And then we fill in the
And they've
blanks
started just
Yeah.
filling in between that.
What about Lush and Walk It Out? Why are they together?
because they're the rockiest on the album.
Mm,
Okay.
Definitely the most like heaviest.
Okay.
interesting.
Go on, give us another one.
Come on,
Go on.
Try
Go
it.
on.
Whatever and call me a quitter.
Whatever and call me a quitter. Random.
Gotcha.
There's only one other one.
All right.
Good question.
Good question.
No, George, we did talk about this the other night a bit, but like, why does Korea love you guys so much?
I think when we started, we just kind of like listened to a little bit of K-pop and started doing 1 or 2 K-pop covers, and then we went to Korea when we were like 18, and we honestly had no idea that anyone liked us there at all. Like, no one would show up, but we get to the airport and there was like 500 people with like face masks of our faces on them, and like before we went out, there was like a glass door. Sadly, like the fingers were fine, but the glass door opened. The glass door opened, and there was a loud scream, and we were like, "Oh, what's that?" And then it shut again, and then it opened again, and then it happened, and we started walking out, and we were just like, we had no idea that anyone liked us, and we went back for the first time in 3 years, like a month or so ago, and we headlined a festival, and there was like 10,000 people there,
Shit.
which again we didn't know that there would be that many people, so it was very
Festivals are
surreal.
weird, like, you know, because you don't know if anyone's gonna know who you are at
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
festival. So it was like, and even though we had the headline spot, there was still like parts of us that was like, what if everyone just leaves?
Yeah.
You know, like we're last on, so if they've seen everything they've seen,
Yeah, they wanna
wanna
see.
they'll go.
But that's pretty sick.
It was insane, man.
And I've said this to so many like artists over the years in particular, but if you give your time and energy to places like South Korea, they will forever be indebted to you, love you, hold you in their heart. Like, not many people go there. Not many people go a lot of places that are not fucking America or Europe. Like, that's just straight up. And if you want to
Love
be a
it.
global superstar,
It's by
like,
far our favorite place.
Yeah.
I want to go. I need to go.
You should
The
go.
people are just
Amazing.
The best.
like
They go
so
so far and
nice.
beyond.
Like, but this is even like not just like our fans are incredible, but
It's
like people
everybody.
like our
Everyone you work
label
with,
or
yeah.
like anywhere you walk in, like they've just got this.
Like we've kept the same translator every time we go because she's just an amazing person.
See?
and like just to talk to and like learn about her life. Like everyone's just like so cool and interesting. We love it though. It's our favorite place.
I'm gonna go. Dan, you can come.
Thanks for the invite.
You should do an episode out
I'm
there.
gonna go.
You know, I would love that.
You guys want to be our guests?
Yeah, let's do an episode out there.
That would be
That'd be
sick.
sick.
Microphones will probably work too if we go.
Rumor has it, like people may know us there.
Look at us.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
in the grapevine.
We won't know until we show up, though.
No,
No,
they
you-
would
they
know.
will.
They would know.
They'll know you.
100%.
BTS. They do. They're very. Wait, is this true? Like, do we not have a name for this album?
We do.
We do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You do, but is it a? It's not out there, right?
No,
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
no, not yet. 'Cause the album's still,
Still a little bit.
it's still far off.
Yeah, it's in the distance a
We have
little.
a few songs yet.
Okay. Wait, we have a bunch of duos still coming.
Yeah.
A bunch of twins that need to be
I think
birthed.
3 more duos.
That's
Mhm.
6. 3
That's
times
6 songs.
6.
Correct.
And how many songs have been released so far? Let's do some math here.
That's
Four.
when the next 2 come out, it'll be 6. So
Yeah.
6 plus 6 is
12.
nice.
So by album announcement time or release, we'll have 6 songs. No, 12. 12.
Hey,
No, you have 10
There'll
songs.
be 8 left on
And
the
then-
album that no one's heard.
Or 8, yeah.
Jesus, the
Okay.
math on this
I
is
don't know.
making
The-
my head
I
hurt.
don't know. Because then you've also got to add in deluxe album.
Mm,
And,
You're gonna have
yeah.
77 songs when it's all
A
done.
lot of music out there, man.
Listen to New Hope Club. We're gonna put a link in the description below to listen to all the songs that are a part of this new era that's coming that have already been released. We don't know the name of the album. They will not share. Cool.
You were supposed to fill in the blank, but
yeah,
it
it's
didn't
fine.
work.
No,
we
no.
did shoot the album cover though.
Yeah, we did.
We
like
did
2 days
like
ago.
2 days ago.
How's it look?
Super cool.
Cool. We can't tell you anymore.
Really excited. It was really cool though.
It was very cool.
Well, listen, open your ears, open your heart to what New Hope Club has already put out into the world. There's going to be a link in the description below. Also, full discography available on Amazon Music. All these interviews, they begin first on AMP. Final thoughts, Daniel.
I think we covered a lot.
So you guys saw each other at a when I brought up how cool Dan was at a concert, I forgot that you had run into each other.
George.
Yeah,
George-
yeah.
Yeah, no, we ran into each
Me
other
and George were together down there.
Saturday.
Were you with your were you
Yeah,
with
we
your
had a
girl?
big
You
fight.
fight.
You fought.
George gets a little fight.
Yeah,
Sick.
okay. When I've had a
When he's
few
had a
beers
couple
at
drinks.
concerts.
Yeah.
Did he not like start
Got it
anything?
down.
No, he was in great form.
Was he?
No, it wasn't.
Mm.
Were you not?
No, I was
Alright.
yeah, I had a few beers, but I was there.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Can
it
have a
was
couple
good
beers
night,
every now
man.
and then.
You're
You're
allowed.
lucky.
Yeah, we saw each other. It was nice.
Night off.
Were you with your alone? Were you with a lady?
I was with my girlfriend
Got it.
and
Dan,
her sister.
he's always looking to third wheel, so
Really?
Come along.
no,
I
he's
love
a,
third wheeling.
he's a
Into it.
chronic third wheeler.
Professional.
I feel like he likes to feel like a couple's child.
Mm.
Yeah, like a mom and a dad. I'm the little kid.
Take me to dinner, the whole thing.
Weird.
Did it last night. I'm not lying.
No, so if you're looking for that, he's
Okay.
here.
It's good to know.
Take your number.
It's
Yeah, just let me
definitely
know.
good to know.
Oh, you didn't exchange numbers when you ran into each other like at the concert?
No.
No.
I said I'd see you Wednesday, and turns out it wasn't Wednesday that we were seeing each other.
It's
But
Thursday.
yeah, close
I did
enough.
say it wouldn't be Wednesday, didn't I?
You're right. You said, yeah, I don't think it's going to be Wednesday.
It's good to know that I informed Dan of all things.
Yeah.
But also, like, you know, this is I'm trying to understand Dan's social interactions because I never get I never see them.
Yeah. I know.
So-
I don't get out often.
Yeah, so any sort of information I can get, I'm hungry. I'm fiending for
Have
it.
you got anything for him, George?
Yeah, what would you
Anything for
like?
Zach about Dan?
Yeah, like would
Let's
you?
act as if Dan's not here.
Yeah.
He wasn't dancing.
Oh, yeah, he.
You know,
kinda-
you're the second person to say that to
Yeah.
me.
and you went alone, which is pretty creepy.
You
I
were-
go everywhere alone. Somebody else did say
It's
that.
so he can third wheel, that's why.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking for a
looking
couple
for
to
it.
join when I go out.
Jesus Christ.
Who's looking tonight? But you are the second person to say that.
Really?
You're like, yeah, he just stood there the whole time. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
You
Dance
have
around by
arms.
myself?
Nah, that'd
I
be
was
weird. That'd be
dancing.
weird, right?
Were you?
I was dancing.
Did I see it?
I
don't think I was next to
No,
you.
I'm
Did
not
you
quick.
clap?
I think I clapped after a couple songs, maybe.
Jesus.
Tough
Savage,
crowd.
tough crowd.
It was great.
It's
I
an
was
LA
just-
crowd.
I was just. What do you want me to
Yeah.
do?
Scream, man.
Woo!
Yeah. Here we
There we
go.
go.
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah,
Being up there.
Yeah.
that's come
That is
on,
true.
man.
Imagine if the entire audience was like me, just kind of standing there.
Yeah,
No applause.
So, A crowd full of dads.
Just
You.
Crowd full of dance.
It's a bunch of gray
That'd be an
humans in black outfits.
An awful crowd.
Jesus Christ. Well, now you know why Dan doesn't get out much, or but he is trying. So this is
Man.
growth.
Are you guys have a show soon? Can I go to that?
Oh shit.
You've got to give more. You got to give more
I'll
energy
give a
than
little
that.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let you know, man. We'll let
We'll let you know.
It may not make the list, but
Not on your own though. You have to bring.
Yeah, we'll send you.
Or bring one of your.
I gotta find a
couples.
couple to bring with me.
Yep.
So he's at his best when he's around two other, heterosexual people that can house him and take care of him. And
That's nice.
Pamper me.
Sweet.
yeah,
When you want warm bath.
yeah,
When
warm
you're
bath,
warm bath.
burp him.
Rub my back.
Disturbing. New Hope Club. Please listen to their music. We're gonna put a link in the description below. I really appreciate the three of you very much. Truly,
Appreciate you.
It's
Thanks for having us.
like-
Genuinely.
very cool to watch you all rise. And again, I mean this, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just the beginning in the best possible way. And you're taking all the knowledge from the success you've had. You're reapplying it. I just cannot wait to watch you all kick fucking ass. And that's really exciting. And really, truly, be proud of yourselves. And fuck yeah. Thanks for hanging out today.
Thank you for having us.
We love you, Zach.
Love you
we
too.
Love you, Dan.
New
Love
Hope
you
Club, everybody.
both.
Thank you.
Thank you.